Welcome to the vlog, guys. We're here with
Lebron, Naea.
LeBron Naea. So we're gonna give him a little interview. Bit different today. Not about me. We're just gonna have inside of a rugby player. Plays rugby for a living. Semi-pro right now. Semi-pro right now.
Semi-pro, yeah, that's it. Playing it in Sydney, Shoot Shield, Warringah Rats.
So before we start asking him questions, I'm gonna go a little bit into how we met. So me and LeBron have been playing since we were younger at Endeavour Hills. Yeah, basically playing just through the system of Melbourne, do a shield. Oh, we only played 1 year do a shield. Now he's playing semi-pro. We went through the Rebel system as well, and we're going to ask him a few questions. So, what was your journey from juniors to where you are now? Hold the mic, brother.
Yeah, juniors, Endeavour Hills Rugby Club, one club man. Obviously met Mott's there. Coming through all the junior pathways, finished after the 18th year, blessed enough to get a contract with the Rebels. Did 3 years with the Melbourne Rebels, and then unfortunately with the Rebels axing, had to look for opportunities elsewhere. So it's now led me to Sydney and playing Shoot Shield.
Awesome, bro. And at what point of your career, your rugby journey, did you like start to take it seriously or think like, oh, I can make it now? Or did it always be like that from the start?
Yeah, I'd say making the state teams growing up 12s, 14s, 16s, and 18s, it probably didn't hit me until I'd say 18s or maybe I'd say 16s actually, when I think dreams started to I started believing in my dreams. Yeah, growing up was more I was playing rugby because dad was coaching and it was something that I enjoyed doing on a Saturday. So I think it hit me probably under 16s where I thought to myself that I could actually make something out of this.
What did you think your future was going to be before you started doing it?
Well, for me, it was just school and church. I loved playing sports, basketball and rugby, but I didn't see myself doing it long term until for the under 16s year. And I was like, yeah, like I said, I can make something out of this. And I did. And the plan is to not stop. So, yeah.
Truly. Nice. And so on your journey from juniors to now, or let's just go, let's say start of professional. So from the Rebels whole pathway system to where you are now, what do you reckon was the hardest bit? Like where it's like, oh shit, or you had a lot of doubt or whatever. What do you reckon was real hard? How'd you overcome it?
The biggest thing for me in the rebel system was training and not, I guess, being selected to debut or just training a lot. And I got a couple injuries. And I think when you're faced with adversity, it's probably the biggest thing for me was I didn't rise again. Kind of like I would get a head knock 1 week, or I had like two surgeries in the rebel system, and I probably didn't come back in the best shape. So I think when you're faced with adversity, just the way you bounce back from it, and then just training. I felt like 3 years I was consistently training, living the life of a professional athlete, and not getting the rewards for it was pretty tough. I think now I've got like a different hunger for training and just my passion, and yeah, I feel like I'm a lot more hungry than what I was 3 years ago.
I like that. Was it like a what made you go into like make you hungrier? Was it something that just hit you like you're sitting on your bed, or were you just like? Because obviously you're saying you had the injuries. Was your mindset a bit low when you were doing that? And what made you come back? Like what was the realization that clicked that makes you like hunger now?
Yeah, I think like you said, when I'm probably in the bed, like I have deep thoughts. I do a bit of journaling and just thinking about the 3 years at Rebels. Like I probably didn't make the most of it, didn't take advantage of the opportunity that was right in front of me. So I think living with that regret now of obviously not debuting, but having the opportunity to do so, and yeah, not living out my dream that I wanted to, when I was younger to be a Mountain Rebel. So I can say now I was a Mountain Rebel, but I was only in the system, didn't debut unfortunately. But um, yeah, I'd probably say like living with that regret now, but it makes me more hungry, like I said, to have to be blessed with the contract one day.
Nice, bro. All right, we're gonna go to our next set of questions. So, what was the biggest? What do you reckon? So, before you made pro, or semi-pro or something, you obviously had a like your pre perspective of what it would be like. What was like when you made it and you did it? What was the biggest like misconception? You're like, oh, like so you had an expectation, and then you met the reality. What was like the biggest like, oh, it's not like how you thought it was?
Yeah, tough question. Like I'd say misconception. I think before going into the Rebels and before turning pro, I was kind of I was real lazy. I was real lazy in terms of doing my extras off the field, doing my one percenters every day to make sure that I'm good to go. Because I think recovery comes a long way when, especially when you're in the pro life, making sure your body off the field is good and you got good habits. I feel like works wonders when you're training full time. So I think being on top of your recovery and obviously your nutrition and stuff, I had a lot of problems with my eating my first 2 years, eating rubbish off the field, obviously busting my ass on the field and then just throwing it all away off the field. So I'll probably say that, yeah.
Nice. All right. And what sacrifices did you have to make that others didn't? Maybe back then, or did you not make any sacrifices and now you've kind of realized that? Like, what was your mindset back then, or now?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I made a lot of sacrifices. Like I'd say my mum and dad probably made more sacrifices for me to chase this dream. I think now I'm sitting here, I've come to the realization that I do have to make a lot more sacrifices to be the player that I want to be and to be, I guess almost at that finish line of where I want my body to be at and where I want my mindset to be at. So I think it's all individual. It's all on me, and I'm actually really excited for this challenge ahead because I feel like players now that don't have a contract and people that are chasing a lot more hungrier. So like obviously like me and you, like right now in a space where we're playing club rugby, um, yeah, just a lot more hungry for
You see your
hopefully
boys
one
making
day.
it and
Yeah, you
stuff,
see your
yeah.
boys like obviously big ups to like Liafi and stuff. You see your boys chasing their dreams and they're pretty much there. So you wish that one day you get to debut and make your family proud.
Did you ever have like any regrets? Because we all had the same opportunity, basically, right? And did you have any regrets? Like, what would you do differently now if you were back in that same position when you first got that contract with Rebels or etc.?
For me, I'd say my off-field habits, throwing away like a big opportunity to, like I said earlier, just work on myself, work on my recovery and my nutrition. Another thing would be not to hold back. I feel like when you go into a professional environment, you obviously got that scenario of like a hierarchy thing where you got your experienced players and then you got your young first year rookies that are coming in and just not, I guess, too not being comfortable with being comfortable. Like there was a couple experiences that I witnessed, especially in the backs unit sessions, like just not being shy and just having a go, like having a crack, show them why you're amongst them. Like don't just be a number, don't just be a player that's just there to train. Show them why you should be fighting for that spot. And I'd say I regret that a lot, like because I know what I'm capable of doing. I just didn't show that enough for myself and for the coaches. So I don't know why I didn't debut. Like I wish I had that feedback, but yeah, I think it's probably made me a better player today.
What do you reckon you when you first got into the system you didn't do all those extras and stuff? Did you think it wasn't important, or did were you kind of satisfied with where you were? You're like, oh yeah, I'm here, and you just thought it would come without putting in the work. Or like, what was your mindset around that?
Yeah, I do feel after school, after under 18s, I was on a bit of a high. I thought, yeah, I did think to myself, oh yeah, let me get my first year preseason. Let me just roll in and just debut. My dreams will come true, just like that. Got too complacent, got too comfortable. Like you said, I stopped doing the extra, stopped doing 1%ers. and it showed. It showed in my first year. Like I was getting pumped in off feet, and I was in fat club my first year, so I was probably doing more of that stuff than gaining muscle, gaining strength, and doing rugby skills. So I'd say, yeah, I got real comfortable, and it showed really in my first year of professional rugby.
Awesome, bro. So what's like your weekly training schedule look like now? When you're so he's at Warringah Rats, shoot shield. What's your weekly schedule now?
Yeah, so Monday we have review. So we have gym. We do a gym session at 5. We have a bit of speed after that, bit of ice baths, and then we do a review slash preview. So we obviously review the game that just went, and then we preview the team that we're versing on the coming Saturday. Tuesday we head into like bit of a big sesh on Tuesday, like in terms of load and intensity. Lots of starter plays, lots of contact, bit of com blocks. Thursday as well, we've got just like a touch up session. We have bit of units, bit of fun and games at the start, and then obviously kind of like a team run, and then Saturday we put that all together and hopefully put a good performance out.
And he's also working right now. He's doing landscaping, so semi-pro doesn't just pay the whole fucking. You got to work as well while you're balancing with rugby. And do you have like a schedule? So from game day, do you have like a schedule going back into the next week, or do you not have one?
Like post game.
Yeah, like no. So like so from you play the game on Saturday, and then straight after the game you have for the next few days. Like Sunday might be recovery, Monday might be another recovery or something, and then you like back into Tuesday. Like, coming back into the next week, do you have a bounce back or not? You can be honest, yeah.
Oh, I've been. It's been consistent the last couple of weeks. Like so play the game Saturday. I've been off drinking Saturday nights. Like just come home, ice whatever, bit of ice on the like knee or bit of on the hammies and stuff, and then it's just like a movie night or we watch the game again. And then Sunday morning is obviously church. Then we head to recovery, like our recovery facility
With the boys.
with the boys. And then it's just like a big Sunday lunch or barbecue, and then yeah, set up for Monday, back to work again and back to the routine and the weekly routine that we have. So
Awesome. Now, if you were to, I think we kind of already went over this, but if you were to tell your younger self, it could be like, let's go, let's go just pre, so maybe under 18s, just before you made the Rebels into the Rebels. What advice would you give yourself?
advice I'd give to my 18-year-old self. So I'm obviously 21, so 3 years ago. I'd probably tell him to. I'd probably say to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
What does that mean? What does that look like?
When dark times hit, when you face adversity, like are you gonna shy away from the moment, or are you gonna, I guess, express yourself even more and take on that challenge?
What was your mindset when those dark times did come around that time?
I felt like I shied away. Felt like
Like, what were the thoughts that were coming to your head? What were you telling yourself? Fuck.
fuck, this is not me. Like this is too hard for me. That's probably the thoughts when I was back in the rebel system. Was probably like, fuck, this is not what I expected. This is too much for me. I can't handle this. Instead of just facing it and taking whatever comes with it. So yeah, that's what I would say to my 18-year-old self.
All right. So, what do you reckon? That was good.
All right.
All right. Yeah. What separates? What do you reckon separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't make it? From your point of view, from what you've learned.
If I'm being completely honest, I think no matter how good you are, you have to have good relationships. You have to be good with the communication, and you just got to be willing to accept feedback and be able to, how do I say this? Like, fuck, what am I trying to say? Sorry, bro, I
No,
just
it's
blanked
fine,
out.
bro.
Fuck. Yeah, like I'd say, um, yeah. I'm, I'm just let me think, man.
Let him
Dude,
think. Let him think.
Um,
Silence it, bro. It doesn't matter.
yeah. Actually, let me restart that. So that question
I'm
was.
not gonna cut it out.
Oh,
No, no. For the YouTube, I'm not gonna cut it out. I'll make like a short content.
yeah,
YouTube, just keep it rolling.
yeah, that's all right. So the question was, what
The
was it?
question was, what do you, from your experience,
Mm.
think separates the ones who make it and the ones who don't? You want my answer first?
Yeah.
So I reckon. Now I like to take the blame all on yourself. So I like to think if I didn't make it, it was my fault. And it's like, all right. So you said relationships and whatever. So, okay, what did I do to not make relationships? Whatever. What did I do to not be communicating? Was it my confidence, whatever? And you just work on those things. And I think it's also just, I think it's like the commitment to the game, like preparation. Like you just got to like really prepare and just yeah, it's all the extras and everything, bro. It's literally like no matter how good you are, just work on and breaking things down, which is what I'm trying to do now, which is what I've learned from. But what about you?
Yeah, that's. I reckon that's bang on. Like when I'm talking about relationships, like if I was to go through my experience again, I
With
wish
coaches?
if I had a better relationship with the coaches, if I asked for feedback more with the coach, the head coach, with the units coach, maybe I could have learned more and been able to show them at training what they wanted to see more of me to maybe put myself in a better chance to debut or something like that. Like I feel, but then obviously it's on the player himself, like whether you do make it or not. Like just to touch on your point of that'll be my fault why I didn't make it. Um, yeah,
Nice. And it's also like you not just going to the coaches like, oh, you got any feedback for me? It's like you kind of do the work yourself. I saw Rugby Bricks talk about this. He said like you do the work on your reviews and then you bring it to them and go there, which is something I never did. Do you reckon that's yeah? All right. Now, do you think it's mindset, talent, or something else?
I'd say bit of both mindset, talent, and just passion. I'd say passion. If you have those three things, I think the only thing that can stop you is yourself. Yeah, definitely passion. I do want to share like in 2023, second year of Rebels, there was like a little phase where I was contemplating quitting rugby as well. Like I remember coming back from Brisbane, I think that passion just slowly died away. Like until I had to come back home and play NW. It was just to find that love again, and I felt like just playing for my home, my junior club, home rugby. Had to just get that passion for the game again. Like was hard doing it in a different state, and obviously family's not there and stuff. So just coming back and just I guess restarting. I think I really needed that to kickstart like my passion for the game again, which is good.
Yeah, I was the same, bro. Just going away from it, you kind of miss it again. Just coming back to but the passion is like what makes you like full. Yeah, get back into it. Um, all right, now we're gonna go quick Q&A. Best moment on the field ever?
Best moment.
I'll just
Best
hold on,
moment.
bro.
2023 qualifying final against Powerhouse, scoring the 89th minute and winning the game to go into the grand final to our shield.
She hardest tackle received. So where you just get absolutely fucking macked.
Ooh. I'll be completely honest. I can't remember like a really big hit I've
No one can
received.
hit him, bro.
Like No, actually, no. I'll say this, but I don't know if it counts. But shoot shield last. This is why I'm concussed. I got the biggest whiplash of my life. Just like a turn, got the ball off our first five turn, and he's just flying at me, and just the whiplash was crazy. That's probably the biggest one.
I had to get it for my people, they know I'm on late.
Or genre?
Amway's poster gets me
Cue
going.
the music.
Gets me going.
One player you'd go to war with, like by your side on your team. Who's like that one guy that you just love? I already know who I got mine.
And it can't be like
So we'll go. No, you know what? We'll go. We'll go someone you know, and then we'll go professional rugby player.
someone I know, or someone like Nate Baila or Ikabote Tupai, like someone like that. Just G1. Yeah.
Might be Tavi Tuapalotu. You already know. Professional player?
Adi Saville.
Yeah, fuck, Artie would be pretty good. So yeah, is there anyone else? Yeah, maybe Artie. Yeah, Artie just be fucking. Yeah, nice. And one quote you live by. I love that quote.
That's my favorite saying.
That's my favorite saying.
That's my favorite saying.
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
Mine is this is your interview, mate. All right, and that's basically all the questions I had listed. But that's inside of you want to say something? You want to say something?
I just want to thank what's your like the YouTube name? Like what's your
Ada Hysilla. That's my YouTube name. Channel.
I just want to thank Ada Hysilla here for having me on this interview. Obviously, I flew down from Sydney for the Mother's Weekend and thought it was a good opportunity to get on the YouTube. I've been watching in my spare time and very good content coming through.
You like
so
the channel?
I like the channel.
What's your favorite video so far?
My favorite video would be, I think it's when you come back from the gym and then you try and fart after doing reviews.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, that one probably got me.
Shit, my parent, yeah.
But now you're heading to more like your stats and like reviewing yourself, and I think it gives the people a good insight of maybe what players should be doing like now.
Even I should be doing more of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't do my extras.
But yeah, obviously Endeavour Hills home always, and
Well, what's one thing you want to implement into your game right now, or just improve that you think like would take you to the next level? So mine would be defense. I just want to be like the best defender. What's yours?
for me, this one's like so my playmaking. I need to be more demanding of the ball to showcase what I can do with the ball.
It's putting your hand up.
So just bossing, being a boss. Like as a 12, you got your 10, but then your second 5, your second playmaker, you just got to be the 12 stepping up and taking a bit of the workload off the 10.
What stops you from doing that?
Connections, comms, energy, just me not being present and not stepping up.
So how can you do that?
Just gotta fucking step up, man. You just gotta. I just feel like I need to get more fitter. Shoot shields are real quick. Less
Shoot shield, hospital cup, very fast pace.
lots of ball and play time, I would say. So less breaks, but very rapid, and I'd say the engine room with the forwards, they can go very long minutes. So even when you're like, there's not really much mismatches when you're up against like a flanker. It's just they just come and chop you all day. So, but I'm very excited for the next phase of my life. And
what team would you hope to crack?
Brumbies for sure.
Brumbies.
I really want to crack Brumbies. Great system. Had the opportunity to do that earlier in my career. Pick the Rebels. That's fine. God's plan. But if I do get Brumbies, the opportunity to get Brumbies, I'm definitely taking it with both hands.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's a interview from future Brumbies player,
Laggy, Lebron,
future Chinese player. All black. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, mate.